we, I know, have had quite the 24 hours, right? A new game came out that was announced at least, or wasn't even announced. We just found randomly. Shout out to Burpee who showed it to me. Called Solo Leveling Karma. Now, I've seen a lot of reactions to this, and some people think that for some reason I'm out here trying to promote Netmarble. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've already numerous times have said Netmarble fucked up with Overdrive. Like, big time. I've really messed up with Overdrive. And I cannot believe that they made a carbon copy of the game with just more grind and less gacha. You guys know this already. I've already talked a lot of trash about it. But Karma is a game that I'm actually excited for because it is an IP that I love. Netmarble owns it practically. And it's the genre that I'm into, which is top-down RPGs, right? Action RPGs. If I play any form of RPG, I played Lost Ark, I played Diablo my whole life. Like, I'm a huge fan of those things. So, yeah, I'm excited for it. So, I want you guys to understand, it's not about promoting Netmarble. I can give a shit about Netmarble, to be quite honest with you. I've talked a lot of shit about them in previous videos. I just care about the fact that it's an IP that I want, and it's a game that I'm actually excited for. Yeah, will it affect this game? Who knows? I don't know if it's the same team. Might not even be the same team. Who knows, right? So I'm not here to judge or make comments about that part of it, but I am excited for the game. But we're here to talk about SLA, and I do want to talk about SLA because I did, on my free-to-play account, do something that I was very proud of yesterday. Unfortunately, I'm not quite there yet for where I want to be, but we're almost there. Almost there. And what I'm referring to specifically is the brand new POS 10 for YOGUMUNT. Now, this is actually a pretty decently tough fight, I have to admit. I did it with POS 9, completed it. I was proud of that, and it was actually something that I want to show you guys a guide for because it's actually fairly tough. All right, now I did the SJW portion of it. I still have to do the Hunter portion, which I'll do live on. I do all my live stuff with gameplay live now with you guys, so you guys can watch. But you guys can see I did complete it here for POS 9 for SJW. So I'm going to go through that with you guys. POS 10, I'm lacking power at the moment. It's very, very, very hard for SJW and as well for the Hunters. So I think about a week from now, I should be able to finish this POS 10. I think I'm short by probably 20-30K power. You need about 2.31, 2.30 to be able to break fast enough for it to matter. And even then, you're going to be like down to the wire, right? So keep that in mind. Now, with that being said, like I said, we did complete POS 9, and I do think that's worthwhile showing you guys what I did and how I handled it. There's a lot here to talk about because the proof of the strong actually gets fairly difficult. So number one, all your blessings don't count. This is very typical. They've always done this from top to bottom, right? Number two, no damage is inflicted while the boss is in certain concentration modes in his power. So that's, again, at 84.5%, for example, you can't damage him, etc., right? Just a lot going on here. And then we have additional penalty here. The boss monster's attack and HP greatly increase at number 3. Number 4, each time you hit the boss or you're hit by the boss, your damage taken increases and your damage dealt decreases. This is a big one. Not only can he one-shot you, but he also gets a buff. And then for you to counter that, there's a buff you get called a Keen Eye effect, and that's at POS 5. The boss monster has the damage taken decrease effect. When the user's basic skill or core attack hits, specifically you have to hit, they gain a Keen Eye effect. The user's damage dealt increases proportional to the number of Keen Eye effects on the user that the user has. And then, of course, it just goes all the way down to this. Now, as mentioned before, POS 10, not doable. POS 9, was actually doable. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that. And then when I get the POS 10 done, I'll probably make a video on that. What's the point of POS 10? You get yourself a nifty gold yoga berry avatar, right? The frame itself will be a POS 20 when that's released, but it looks like they are making it more difficult for the POSs. So just so you guys are aware. Also, before I continue on here, guys, I want to remind everybody, content creator program is going on. We have ourselves 2,000 Essence Stone code, and we have 2 more active codes coming on the way. I've already submitted the missions. So if you want to get more codes, guys, and more, I guess, rewards for your account, click on the support button, get in there. I send codes out every single day. So check out your support page, log in, go to the support tab, and go down to coupon history to redeem your codes in game. All right, so make sure you guys do that. Now, let's go into the actual video, and I'll show you guys how we did it and how we covered all of YOGUMUNT POS 9. Alright guys, I apologize ahead of time. There is a chat. This was done live, obviously, like as I mentioned. If you want to check out any of my gameplay, I do all of it live rather than making just guides. It's easier live, more fun, more interactive. I get to interact with you guys. But this is the setup here, okay? So I've got Gunhee, I've got regular Cha, and I've got Min. Now, why do I have this team rather than the water team? Well, because I can reach higher levels with them on my free-to-play account due to the fact that I just have more advancements, right? So my Gunhee is 384 using full greed. My Cha is 378 using full infamy, again, just for power purposes. And then, of course, she's got herself the her weapon at A5. And you guys can see with Min, I've got an A6 Min, but I've got Blessing on him, full AP's Blessing, and I'm using A5 Wet Cha's a 10 weapon, right? Again, just for power boost. Only reason why I'm doing that, right? Now for Sun Jin-woo, I've got myself the Curse and Obsidian set going, no expert, Curse and Obsidian. And then I've got myself Stormbringer at A7, DKD at A10. We have Mythic Pulverize, Mythic Reawakening, and then 2 Epic, 1 Bloodlust, and Sharp Perception. Okay, those are both legendary, and then the rest of the defensive ones are legendary. And then cores, I've got the 5% attack core, I've got the ultimate gain shield core, and then I've got MP reduction core. Okay, so those are essentially the setups. Now for skills, I've got Vacuum Wave on this one, and I've got High Speed Rotation. All right, those are the 2 big skills, and they're both legendary. So my full power here is 2.283, and I'm going to walk you guys through this fight and tell you guys exactly how we did it. So first off, a couple things to note. You can get one shot. Okay, so definitely have your daily quest completion on, just in case you need to survive. So you guys see POS 9. So start off with that first. Go right for the breaks. Now, if you're underpowered, your braking mechanics will take almost no brake bar off. If you have close to enough power, you'll start noticing the brake actually does work. So go in for your DPS. Do not use your DKD and your Stormbringer until he does this phase. Get out of there. Now you can go Vacuum Wave again. You can quickly do Stormbringer here, couple high-speed rotations, and into DKD right here and stop him, okay? This is important. When you paralyze, he'll turn around and hit you there. See how he hit me right there? That right there can kill you. So I just restarted it, okay? Just want to make sure you guys understood how that one happened. So we're going to fast forward this part. Don't get hit by that, okay? You guys can see right here, we're going to go ahead and do same rotation. Let me just go into... There you go. See, he missed there? That time I dodged it. Okay, we're back where we started, okay? So here, you want to just focus on braking. Use Baron here. Make sure you brake. Just dodge this. When this happens... All right, do not go in front. You guys already know how this works, right? If you stand in front of him when he does that wall, you're dead, okay? Go in and instantly do your Thunderstorm here and go right into your ultimate whenever you have a chance to, okay? So you guys see that I did my ultimate there. Just avoid the damage, especially with that move right there where he does 3 pillars in a row. Don't cast anything. Just get away. The goal is to get away right there. See how much I just almost died right there, right? So all of this is giving him buff. Every time I get hit, I get a debuff. Every time he hits me, he gets a buff, right? So again, stay away over there. I died. See? Multiple deaths for no reason, right? So again, just showing you guys some mistakes I'm making here. All right, we're going to keep going here. This time we're going to avoid all this. And you guys can see I'm a little bit more patient this time around, okay? So now we're going to get him into his next phase. So this is important, okay? When he gets to 84.5%, do not do any damage. Just avoid using any of your skills. Save that. Save your MP, save your skills. Because you guys will see in a very short while right here, I can't hurt him. So don't even stand here. Look, I'm doing no damage to him, right? You can see he's taking damage. Nothing is coming off. Just get away from here. Okay, now ideally in this part, you want to make sure that your shadows are available. I prematurely summoned them. The reason why you want to make this available is when these guys, when this move is over, you want to summon them and then just shadow step right behind them to not waste any time. Every second will count. Okay, so you guys can see though, in my case, I didn't get a chance to do that, so I have to run up to him. And right there, he'll disappear twice. Ran right into that damage increase because I knew it was coming. And then right over here, you just continue on your pattern. So this is the rotation, by the way. Stormbringer, 2 high-speed rotations into DKD. All right, that's always the rotation, and that will do the most amount of damage. Now, the next phase, before you even get to the next phase here, you want to make sure this unrecoverable is on him. Okay, because when he goes into the next phase, again, you won't be able to hurt him, number one. But more importantly, he does the block phase, right? And if you get hit by any blocks by you know, some bad luck for some reason, you will actually end up giving him some recovery. Okay, so you guys can see he grabs me, sends me over to whatever universe I go in here. And then I'm quickly just avoiding this. Just run all the way across. You're going to have usually three phases worth of blocks. Just avoid it. Now, he doesn't break here. So again, if you have your shadows, summon your shadows right about now and go right behind, right? And from here, you can do full advantage of damage on there. Again, do unbreakable or unrecoverable. Sorry, unrecoverable. This right here, your shadows will take the damage. So don't worry too much about it because they're out already. He'll target the shadows always, right? Again, full on rotation. And the next phase now, he'll stop at 49.5%, but he'll move at 50%, okay? So at 50% he'll summon his crystal, but 49.5% is where the breaking point is for damage. So make sure, guys, if you are doing this, that's where you stop. Don't bother paralyzing him. Don't waste time doing anything like that, because any form of time wasting is gonna just essentially backfire on you, right? Okay, you guys can see here, use my ult. Now use the ult. Okay, don't save it for the crystal. It literally does nothing to the crystal. I've done it like 17 times, and if for some reason the animation just kind of misses it, I don't know what it is, but it does like only like 4 or 5% worth of damage, so it's just not worth doing it. Do it on the boss instead. Like, get into that phase as soon as you can. Okay, so you guys can see here, there it is, 49.5 again. Paralyzed, that's just wasted I don't know, 2 seconds. If you add up all the seconds of all the paralyzing that you do accidentally, 10 to 15 seconds, that could be the make or break of the game, right? So there you guys go, going in, summoning your shadows here, try to get your shadow step in. The whole goal here is to break this before those walls come in, because if those walls come in, you're probably going to die. Okay, so here he will actually break. So take advantage of this. You'll do more damage because you have the mythical pulverize on. Anything you can do here damage-wise, just throw it at him, right? There we go. Going in. Now he's going to back up again. Don't do your next skill. Just try to paralyze or get the hell out of the way, right? Always the goal. Just survivability at this point. Yeah, he was easy on regular, hard, and normal mode, or normal mode, easy, and hard. But for POS, he actually can be somewhat difficult if you have mistakes, right? So here you guys go. Next eye phase again. Shadow step. Back into the same rotation. Always do your vacuum wave first so you get the damage increase bonus. 2 rotations into a DKD. You guys can see I think I missed that one, fortunately. So that was another reason why some of my damage is a little bit low. So we're at 1 minute and I'm at 35%. So I still finished this battle. So put that as your reference point. 35% at 1 minute. Okay, if you're doing this, that's kind of where you want to be. And again, I've made a couple mistakes. So you guys know, like 10 seconds worth of mistakes right there is a lot of damage that I missed out on, right? So make sure you guys are kind of focusing on your rotations and not making him stay on the field as long as he has to. He has a lot of phases where he just can't get hurt and he's just gone, right? And it's unfortunate. So you guys, 19.5, see, again, paralyzed, 19.5%. He should be going into the ground, should be coming back up. The eyes are popping up now. This is where you want ult. So at least save your ult for this part. You can hurt him and the eyes at the same time. And if you have unrecoverable here, it's great in case you miss your break. Okay, it can happen. You guys can see though, right there, he's taking no damage. So you got to break him super fast. If you don't break him, he's not taking damage. All right, so you have to get through that phase. That is considered a phase for him. So you guys can see here, 4% left, 13 seconds. Again, dodge, dodge, dodge. More than enough time. Shadow step through. And then, of course, we have ourselves the completion right here. We were close, guys. We were very close. There you guys go. Okay, hopefully that guide helps you. Main things to note about this, Stormbringer, DKD, I think are the best combos. High-speed rotation, vacuum wave. I'm sure you can replace that with wind shroud if you really can break faster and have more power. But you guys can see there's POS 9. I need one more. So again, if you want to try POS 10, 2.3. Yeah, 2.3, 2.31, I'd say is where you're good. Okay, so you guys can see that was completion. If you guys enjoyed the guide, please leave a like, subscribe, do all that fun jazz. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.